Hey guys, welcome back to Little Boy Customs. I want to talk to you today about the 2004 Dodge Ram that we purchased, fixed, and now have sold.
Ready to go. I copy. Range well. Launch through. We are focused.
Stage is reporting ready for launch.
So, initially, I bought this truck at auto auction. I paid $1,900 for this truck and got it to the house. Whenever I purchased the truck, it was a running, driving truck, but it did have issues. So, after we got this truck to the house, we found out that the power steering pump high pressure line had a leak in it. The upper radiator hose had a leak in it. It had an overheating problem. And while I was driving it around in the yard, I actually ran over something and cut the front driver's side tire. So I had to buy one of those as well. So let's break this down. The parts that I bought for this truck is the power steering hose. That cost me $49.99. I bought a upper and lower radiator hose. The upper hose cost me $17.99. The lower hose cost me $23.99. I ended up having to buy a new battery because the truck had been sitting at the auto auction for so long that the battery wouldn't hold a charge anymore. So I kind of did some cheapskating and went to Walmart and bought a battery there. Cost me $100. The tire that I ripped the sidewall on and had to buy a new one, well, I didn't buy the new one. What I did was I went down to the local little tire shop and bought a used tire, which still cost me $45. All said and done, parts cost me $236.97. I then went to Craigslist to try to sell this truck, and come to find out, Craigslist now charge you $5 per ad on automobiles. Being the cheapskate I am, I decided, most of the time I get scammers on there anyway, and it's more of a headache than what it's really worth, especially for me to pay $5 for. So I went to Facebook Marketplace, which is still free. Once I listed the truck on Facebook Marketplace, within 24 hours the truck did sell. I listed it on Facebook for $4,300. The new purchaser of the vehicle came out, looked at the truck, and negotiated a price of $3,800. So let's break this down. Did I make a good deal or not? Was it worth my time? I spent 2 days on this truck. Correction. I spent 3 days on this truck. The day I went and got it, the day I fixed it, and then pretty much the day I listed it and sold it. Which, the day I listed it and sold it was not a full day. We're talking about maybe 2 hours worth of talking to the people and then selling the truck to them. So, $3,800 minus the $1,900 that I initially gave for the truck, minus $236.97, I ended up profiting $1,663.03. For 2 days worth of work, that's not bad. So, I'm going to caution you. While this is a success story for me, it's not always the case. When you go to a auto auction, whether it be Copar or a police auction or whatever, I highly recommend that you take the drive and look at the vehicle before the auction. Make sure it really is what they're presenting to you. that it runs, it drives, that the damage is as accurate as they could get it. They are doing their best there at the auction house, but that doesn't always mean that it's completely accurate. So, highly recommend go look at the car before. Don't bid on cars sight unseen. Now, while this was a success story, I have bidded on cars sight unseen and went and got them. And while they are somewhat accurate in their description, most of the time they are not 100%, and I have ended up not having a success and ended up breaking even. So, just word of the wise, go look at the car before you bid on it. You can get some really great deals at auctions, whether you need a cheap car for personal use or whatever. Or if you just, like me, want to flip a car and make a little extra money so the kids can have shoes. Whatever. Until next time, I appreciate you watching. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, please do so. Give me a thumbs up.